Welcome to Indiana Diecast Racing in the first round of group racing for the Westfield 500, supporting the Westfield Washington Library. We've had a lot of great folks support this event and our channel in the last couple months, including the Diecast Sports Programming Network. Be sure to check out the guys over at Chaos Canyon for their great weekly highlights and entertaining racing. Group 1 features the number 1 seed and favorite to win the tournament, Harper Hamilton, in the Drift King. In qualifying, she set a new track record of just over 6.5 seconds, and she's done very well in previous competition. Another veteran of our track, Connor Daly, in the Indy 500 Oval, is another strong competitor. Group 1 also features 2 new competitors, and these guys will have their work cut out for them. Daniel Johnson from Silverback Racing in the 2009 Ford Focus RS, and George Stackert in the 1995 Mazda RX-7. We hit the track for lap 1 with Harper and Connor in the front row. Harper immediately jumps out front while Dan and George get hung up in the back. Harper's flying, and this race is over. Connor and George cross the line sometime behind, and it looks like Daniel is stuck on the third straight. Coming out of turn 1, Daniel gets turned by George, then gets squeezed into turn 2 going backwards. He must have caught an edge on the track wall. Harper wins easily by nearly the entire length of the final straight and will keep her pole position advantage going into lap 2. Dan and George swap spots in the back row. Harper out front, but this time Connor's right with her. They're bumper to bumper going into the triangle. Harper pulls ahead, and Connor's not going to catch her. George and Daniel both finish, with Daniel rolling in backwards. Coming out of the triangle entry, Connor is right on Harper's fender, and that was probably his best and last chance to make the pass. Connor follows Harper's line across the finish, and they'll finish in the same order on lap 2. Harper and Connor dominating the race so far. Daniel and George will need a strong finish on lap 3 just to stay relevant. Same order for lap 3. George cuts inside Connor on turn 1 and Harper turns on the jets. She's way out front. A spin on the final straight, but she's got such a huge lead it's a non-factor. Connor crosses the line ahead of George, and it looks like they'll finish in starting order. Daniel spun again in Diagon Alley. Wow, Harper's spin was really dangerous as her front end got all the way up on the wall. George was actually ahead of Connor coming out of the last turn, but Connor was carrying so much speed he easily makes the pass on the 4-lane section of the track. After 3 laps, Harper has clinched one of the top 2 spots, but Connor is still close enough to take away the top spot. And something to remember is that only the first place finishers are guaranteed a spot in round 2. Because we have 9 groups in round 1, the bottom scoring 2 of the second place finishers will be eliminated. Daniel is mathematically eliminated, and George will need a miracle to overtake Connor for second. Cars are in the same order for the 3rd time as we run for the final lap. George gets sideways and the field bunches up in turn 2. Harper takes off, and it's a 1-car show all over again. Harper skids off the track. George leads the rest and just edges out Connor for the win. Daniel slides down the track and ends up stuck on the wall. Looking at how this developed, George gets sideways out of the first turn, blocking Connor and Daniel. This allows Harper to take an enormous lead. She appears to blow a tire in the last turn and swerves straight off the track. Luckily, she lands on the sub-track safety surface and suffers no injuries. Daniel had a lot of spinny spins, and the way he finishes lap 4 kinda sums up his experience today. The finish cam picked up Harper's scary crash, and if you look close, you can see her car bouncing nearly back up to the height of the track. I'd give her full marks for those acrobatics as she lands it on all four wheels. George gets the win he needed on the final lap, but with Connor's second place finish, George won't get enough points to move up. Harper and Connor tie with 12 points, but Harper will get the overall victory because she ran a faster time in qualifying. Connor will have to wait to see if 12 points is enough to get him into round 2. And we'll say goodbye to Daniel's Focus and George's Mazda. That's it for Group 1. This has been Jim D for Indiana Diecast Racing. Be sure to check in next time when we'll get to see Yoshi and a Duesenberg take on a Lamborghini and a classic Chevy. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to make sure you catch all the latest racing.